Have you ever said to yourself, I don't like church folks, they're miserable, very phony, and extremely judgmental. I don't know how these are the people to represent God, and if God is like these people, then I don't want to know the God of the Bible. If you ever felt that way, trust me, you're not alone. Today, we're talking about something heavy but necessary, healing from church trauma. I know this may sound strange to some, but for others, it hits way too close to home. Because for many of us, the place that was supposed to be a spiritual hospital ended up feeling more like a spiritual prison. I've seen people healed, delivered, saved, and radically transformed inside the church, but I've also seen people broken, not by God, but by tradition, control, and shame-based teaching that had nothing to do with Jesus. Let's talk about the real issue, when religion replaces relationship, when rules become more important than people, when you're more afraid of being seen at the movies than you are of not knowing who God really is. We were told pants were a sin, playing kickball in a skirt was normal, and heaven forbid someone catch you at a concert or a bowling alley. It wasn't until my 30s that I realized what I needed freedom from wasn't the devil. It was toxic church culture, the mindset that taught me rules before it introduced me to Jesus. Even Jesus dealt with this. In John 8, a group of religious men tried to trap him using a woman's shame, but he didn't condemn her. He didn't throw a stone. He restored her. He gave her grace, not guilt. See, church hurt often comes down to this. We were taught that requirements and rules were the prerequisites to be loved by God, and that is a lie. Let me give you 3 quick ways to start healing if you've experienced church trauma. 1. Separate from religion and get into relationship. God is not the toxic leader who embarrassed you. God is not the manipulative system that used fear to keep you in check. He's not the trauma, you just met him through it. So now it's time to meet him for real. 2. Ask the hard questions. Can I say this? You're allowed to question what you were taught. Jesus never rebuked honest doubt. He welcomed it. Ask, was that really scripture or just tradition? Did God say that? Or was that somebody's opinion in a suit? 3. Find a safe space to rebuild. You don't have to give up on faith to heal. You just need a space where you can be real, grow, and unlearn fear. There are healthy churches. There are loving communities. And more importantly, there's grace for your process. You're not crazy. You're not rebellious. You're healing. And I believe God is more committed to your restoration than any system ever was to your image. So don't give up. Let Jesus reintroduce himself to you. If this resonated with you, I want you to know you're not alone. There's a space for you to breathe again. And remember, this is the Everyday Believers Network, where we remind you to bring God into your everyday.